Good morning, good morning. Coffee is brewing. Good morning, good morning. Coffee is ready. Coffee is ready. Charts are moving, hopefully. No dead fish. Welcome, welcome. No, I changed it. No dead fish today. Hopefully. Hey. Good morning, good morning. Okay, okay. Quick seg. Yeah, so who was it in the chat? I'm sorry, I forgot who it was. Shadow, something Shadow. Drawing a trend line there. I haven't used a trend line in years. What happened to the trend line? That's why I stopped drawing them. Yeah. If you like your trend lines, you could keep your trend lines. Yeah, I put a little position on that thing. I'm already out. As I said in the Discord, if this thing doesn't move up off of this volume, the charts are lying. But wait, the charts don't lie. But yeah, this time of day is a little weird. That was pre-London, so Euro Open and stuff. So, there's that. Good morning, good morning. I don't like trend lines either. But hey, if people use them and it works, that's fine. Yeah, disclaimer, you got to say that. But trend line does not look good on you. Yeah, no. I would think maybe it's been at least 4 years since I used trend lines, or longer. It was like a point of, confirmation or whatever. Yeah. What's happening? Yesterday was weird, huh? It was just a weird day. I ended up break even for the day. I did attempt another trade by myself when I was supposed to be going to bed, and got out of that break even. I caught some of this pound move up today. It wasn't a big position. A little start for the day. And Monday was a good trade, so I'm up for the week. Horrible day. It was just, such a waste of time. We kind of knew it. And realistically, we may be seeing just a slowdown for the end of the year already starting. I hate to say it because we're on such a good roll and everything's going so good, been going so good. And, getting together to do the live streams, if things are slowing down, I know. But we're here for now. And we have a good start today. Just after talking, Pete, the pound and euro did go up yesterday. Oh. Right. What were we looking at? Oh, euro dollar and pound dollar. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I got long and got out break even. Or my net. I ended up at break even end of the day. Up or down a few dollars, whatever it was. Yeah, we were talking about buying here. It was very weird yesterday. Yeah, very weird. Let's get caught up in the analysis. I mean, it's the only thing that makes it not weird is the one thing I don't want to say, but it's got to be said. They might just be covering getting out of positions, and slowing down for the year, and that would make it make sense, wouldn't it? We didn't see buying on the way down. We saw some weakness. We didn't see weakness typically where you'd see it though, but we know they were long from here. So is that just getting out? Right? They're not getting out much for profit. They're not buying again so far from what we can see at the, going along with the background. I mean, if that's really the case, it's only December 7th, but still, we might move up, just see a little more weakness because we were so bullish for a while, see some more weakness, and then kind of really just flatten out, right? As they kind of just get out. Hate to say it, but I'm just the messenger. The charts say that might be happening here. We'll see. Not having much news this week doesn't help. Good morning, welcome. Where's my chat? Here it is. Just getting everything together. I was getting all into remastering a dubstep song. And I'm like, shit, I gotta go. How's my volume? Is it good? Yeah, it's good. Okay, I can see it. All right. Let's see where we are. Yeah, I'm gonna get back to that carb. Do a little more. So, to recap the storyline, Friday's news, strength. A bit of volume leading to lower prices. We were hoping maybe they'd buy again low. Nothing happened yesterday. Dead fish. U.S. session, we got some weakness on an up move. Did not match the background. We did not see much demand down here into new low ground to end the day, which just tends to be bearish. Obviously, you're just floating on down of lack of activity and lack of demand specifically to be able to just hang out down here to end the day. We'll see what's going on down here so far. And of course, I mean, is that the plan? A big old fake break of this to get everybody kicked out? You know what I'm saying? Who went long? If that's the plan, then okay, we pop down and we get some real volume, which we didn't see yesterday. Dead fish session. Very low volume yesterday. The first sign of the slow activity was when the pound, right? We were looking for the London hour trade. And I was saying the pound is just not doing its pound thing at this time of day that it usually does. And then from there, it was more and more waffling, floundering. It all would kind of make sense if we could do this. But we'll take it as it comes. If there's a probability of some other kind, in some other way to do something, of course we could do that. Trouting, floundering, waffling. Waffling? Flip-flopping? No. Good morning. Oil, yeah, we could take a look at that once we go through this, yeah. I swing trade it. I started to accumulate. We'll get to that, yeah. All right. So that's a possibility. We'll just leave that there, I guess. Just mark up relevant levels. And then we'll see what volume's telling us. So again, it's that situation where, yeah, there's strength in the background off Friday. I think anyone who VSA or supply demand or whatever, right, is going to say, okay, that's strength in the background. It played out really nicely off of that. It's like your confirmation of strength is here. And we didn't see much selling. We didn't see much price rejection, however you look at it, right? It accepted these prices pretty easily. And then again, the story is just, yeah, it's not really following up on that. Are we seeing more buying? Are we seeing profit taking on those longs up high? Right, the usual stuff is just kind of hanging out. So yeah, we'll take it as it comes. Maybe the background will come into play on some big strength on a down move. Maybe we move up and see weakness, and that's what we're dealing with today, and we look to sell, right? If we see an imbalance like that to the downside, right? Take it as it comes. But that's what it is. And they might kind of just start covering for the year here for the last month. Putting this fib in since we're moving up now, just to have that there if we hit it. Whatever is relevant right now. The London hour trade. So we have the hour now done. So that's that. Okay. And that. So we'll mark that up since we're at that time of day. Yeah, we were looking at this and wanted to buy these things. And if you look at the way it played out, what a wussy long. Yeah, it looks good now, but, you know. Good morning, good morning. So, because of the time of day, as far as the London hour trade, tighten that up. See what goes on. If it's obviously a low volume breakout to the upside, I mean, I just got out of a pound long, but so be it. We'll see. Chasing breakouts over here, right? So we'll keep an eye on that. What's up with the dollar and the yen specifically? Chop chop today. But earlier, just to say this here in the live stream, this volume picked up here pretty consistently. You know, it wasn't just a few after we were really starting to see it. 3, 4 increase. This is into the Euro Open, but we had some serious activity coming in without much price movement. Right? Where's the result? And you see where it occurred, 14 EMA, and you see what happened up here as far as weakness. You see the more demand than supply appeared. So it was expected to make a new high. The chart said it's going to do that. It did that, and we still don't have much weakness up there that really stands out. But it was like, another way to put it is, this is a lot of energy, right? It has to go somewhere. And we already know that it's simply put right into these lower prices. You see the reaction closing off the low. You see the reaction to high volume is up both times. It occurred at the 14 EMA, which is a test for buyers. We had no significant increase showing selling or weakness. So just to point that out, this was predictable that it was going to pop up. But it's a weird time of day and all that. But the principle is the same. If the scalp matches the background, well, who knows if the background even matters right now until we see some more real buying again, right? I mean, it's nice if it does and it all works, yeah. So euro dollar has woken up here. Higher prices, not seeing much volume for the amount of ground that it was able to cover, a wide spread. So I'm not taking this as weakness. It's likely a real breakout of the high of the day. More likely to be a real breakout there. That's not something I would want to chase and get in, but we could have a 14 EMA test off of that decent looking high. It's not the greatest, but that's likely to continue up. We'll see if we get some sort of normal entry. Maybe even some strength on a down move. There's not too much to ask for. What else do I have drawn in here? Oh, okay, that's that fib. Okay. Yeah, more likely a real breakout, even though it doesn't seem like it. It seems like a fake break pattern, but you see the volume is not, it's very significant for new high of the day. And then as we come down, we may be hitting some buying into the down move. We'll see if that continues to say that on a down move. It's always too much to ask for. Strength on a down move. Well, since Friday, we've kind of been expecting it, you know. They just haven't showed up convincingly very much. That's why I'm saying maybe they're just kind of getting out of positions for the end of the year. I hate saying it because we're on such a good roll. We're having a good time. But shit. We back at it. January through April. Good stuff. February, March, April, always good. Yeah. Well, you all see it. A lot of you know how to read a chart at this point. Nothing great at the moment. We'll watch the pound for a break or fake break. We'll watch the euro if we really get convinced that the imbalance is to the upside and look to buy, perhaps on this pullback. This pair, AU, is just so choppy, sloppy. I wouldn't touch it right now. It's in the middle of the range for the day with no significant imbalance to be seen. That's probably the worst right now. Pound yen. I wanted to stay in this trade, but this hit my break even when it pulled back. I really wanted to try to hang on to it. But I did close more than half. But I really wanted to hang on to this thing. If it had only just pulled back to the 14 and continued, I would still be in it. You should have stayed long. That's exactly what I said, yeah. I entered long when it hit your stop. Oh, yeah, I could see that. By here, you have the scalp confirmation right there. So that's up 10 pips or whatever. And then the higher price is nice, especially this dip in volume as you went into new high ground. And then this rejection, all just not seeing real weakness, though, at all. Well, I'm glad you're in it. So from this point, you know how it goes. Well, we'll look at the London hour trade. But if sellers are looking to sell, they're going to be just above this high. So that's the next thing to find out. And of course, if it's high volume weakness, I'll look to short. You're up. Oh, nice. PJ Nearbrink. Post in the Discord. Cool. Awesome. Again, like I say, this could still be an opportunity to buy, right? Like I say, what I'm realizing over time is that when people learn this stuff that I'm teaching, again, most of this I didn't invent myself. I'm not taking credit. I just kind of put it together in a good way, I think. Most people are, as long as you can read a chart well, we're not all taking the same trades all the time, right? We're not robots. It's not that mechanical. But if you can read, like I always say, if you're reading the facts correctly, which we're going to agree on 99% of the time, we'll agree on the facts of the chart, right? And if that's your logic on a trade, shit, do better than me. That's fine. I'm sure people will do better than me. You know what I'm saying? Take those facts and do your own logical thing with it. Out trade me, and that's good. That's fine. Do it. You know what I'm saying? I am. Yes, there you go. Very good. I'm noticing that's the thing. People aren't trying to imitate, which is exactly right. You're not trying to imitate me. You're trying to say, oh, that's how you read a chart. Oh, I get it. Okay, I'm going to do this with it. And another guy does something slightly different or, whatever. Yeah. Very cool. That's the way it should be. Exactly. And when shit looks bad and it's dead fish and we all see it, we don't have half of us jumping into trades and the other half of us saying, no, don't do that, Like we all see the same thing, so they're very cool. All right, calm down, Carbon. God, yeah, that's a bit, might be a bit far, but point taken. Yes, don't disobey God. Point taken. See if we can get a proper test of the 14 EMA, a little lower, little, the usual behavior we tend to see around here on a scalp. Get a small candle or two before it pulls away. Maybe we should get lower, really. Pound yen wants to break out, doesn't it? It wants to. The yens want to break out. Yeah, it is looking really good. But of course, this will be the most telling piece of information. Just above the high. Well, that coffee's hitting. Wow, that's a quick test and rejection of 14 EMA. I was looking for the usual pattern there. I feel like the markets are due for an up day. Weak US dollar, weak yen day. An up day. But that's if we're still doing this. Or are the markets just kind of chilling out now? Five-minute fib 6-2 extension exactly matching previous day's high. Okay. On pound yen. Okay. I'll take a look. Have been building a long position EUG since yesterday. It is very green at the moment. Very good, Mr. Grayling. Nice. Is that basically trusting the background and then buying on strength? I did actually buy late yesterday. I just didn't hang on to it. But what was it, EJ? Good. There you go. Not everybody's trading the same. We're just reading facts. Wixie hold. You were holding a London hour trade for like a week or something. I would not do that, but cool. Should have a competition one day. Friendly competition, right? That would actually be fun. That would be fun. Like everybody take demo trades, along with the real trades, whatever. But demo competition just for the sport of it. That would be fun. See what trades you guys take and whatever. Troy. Demo is nasty. Well, people that are learning, some people are trading demo that are probably, learning. But the point is, it's not about the money. It's about, we could say, I wouldn't say percentage increase because I don't want to like risk 10% on a trade, try to win. Get 2 wins on 10% risk. There, I win the competition. The Australian dollar, I'm not even looking at it because of how flat it is today. It's acting like yesterday. From a 1 hour point of view, it's that same deal. Let's see, was it Friday? New strength, didn't matter. There was a sell-off here. This, which could have been really a sign of demand, we have a downward reaction, lack of demand. If I had to take a trade on this, I'd be looking to sell into up moves. I have to believe what the chart is saying. First thing that comes to mind is maybe something like that from a 1 hour point of view. It's lower lows, lower highs, not much demand. This high volume, right? All that stuff is there. We have a new low ground here. Let's take a look. Nothing as far as pop in demand, right? Nothing. So you'd have to go with the bearishness. Weakness. You have to go with the bearishness, I say. But this is so flat and bad right now here that I was kind of ignoring it, but I'm glad you asked because I would actually look for that. to sell here on weakness. You know the game. And probably go for the fake break here as a main target. So, yeah. Pretty simple there. Just got to listen to the chart, and whatever happened Friday was Friday. It's Wednesday now. We have a few more days of more up-to-date, relevant information. Sometimes when I feel over trading, I trade my demo account and get out of my system. Oh, that's good. Yeah. It's also good to, depends on the person and what your preference, to have I like having my small side account for testing or for doing aggressive things or, Yeah, this thing, I was looking for that test and man, that was fast. But like I said, likely a real breakout, even though it looks like a fake breakout pattern. Didn't give me much of a chance to buy in there. What else? What else? EJ. Ooh, look at that lack of supply showing up. Lack of supply right there. Let's see the 1 minute chart. If that breaks to the upside, very, very likely a real breakout, unless high volume comes in. Look at these higher prices on low volume. Let's get a little 1 minute box in there. When it comes to breakouts, chasing breakouts, I think the London hour trade got me a little used to it because I hate it, and some of you hate it. We were just talking about it in the Discord. I feel like dumb money. But some breakouts are pretty frickin' high probability. You know what I'm saying? We have strong euro right now, see? As compared to pound. Let's see the euro pound. Yeah, see that's going on with the euro versus the pound. And then you have strong euro. You have yen at least weak to some extent here. At the moment, maybe. Well, let's see what happens. Yeah, the 1 minute shows a little volume there. Let's see what happens. The lower the better, so you see a bit too much right now. You're still in that trade, Wixie. You're crazy. Telling you, man, it's very possible. At some point in the future, Wixie is going to just destroy us. He's going to be the #1 trader. He's got the young brain starting early. Wixie's going to destroy all of us one day. He's going to take our money. Yep. Model student, Wixie. Model student. Right? So London hour trade, still waiting for a potential entry there. Wouldn't be surprised if we do get the long on the pound. EJ, like I was saying, is likely to break out because of this low volume here. But just above the high is when we really find out about weakness. And there's a bit of activity we saw. So here it is pulling back now. So low volume there, yeah, but as we know, that's why we point to that new high. So important. We did see some supply. So I wouldn't mess with that unless something changes. He's the man. Bill, second that. Wixie, no. Yeah, yes. Wixie for president. There you go. Very welcome. Troy, okay, you get an A too. Everybody gets an A today. It's like when you're in kindergarten. Everybody gets an A. Okay. No, all good, all good. So what are we taking right now? Nothing, huh? News. Oh yeah, so that's going to be big. I mean, we're still kind of in dead territory here with this today, but of course, 10 a.m. New York time is a interest rate decision. So it's Canada, right? It's not U.S. or UK, but it's still a thing. The markets are going to move at that time. It's still an interest rate decision, and that's always big. So Canadian dollar is going to go nuts. I don't really trade it. Crude oil inventories. I swear this is constantly changing. Sometimes it's high impact, sometimes it's medium impact, sometimes now it's low impact. They could never decide the impact of crude oil inventories. I swear it's always changing. Yeah, yeah. I'm accumulating. We could look at some other things, but let's see. EJ, huh? The lower the volume, the better. I don't know about this one. Okay. You think? Yeah, that's kind of juicy on the 1 minute. Yeah, it's a little juicy. You feeling lucky? Let's see if there's a break test, maybe, or it just wants to go. I really would have liked that volume to not increase and stay low, but it's not terrible either. I kind of just want to buy the pound yen again. All right, can I just do my business? Do I have to tell you what I'm doing? Yeah, looking like those yen pairs want to go, right? What's back there? Ooh, that's a 618 overshoot. Okay. As we know, this is where sellers would be interested in selling if they were interested in selling. So even more so saying, okay, 618 overshoot. And somebody else pointed out, I think the yen also had the pound yen, 618 or something there. Where do I want to draw this from? At this point, I might just go with the resistances, but there's that, and there's this high. I'll probably go with that since the structure did start there. Well, EJ, the chart suggests, wants to get here today. Just from this 1 hour overview of breaking the 618 and not seeing weakness. Main reason. If we do fail here and come back below, yeah, that's off. But if we can stay above here, we're likely getting there. Unless we see weakness sooner. Volume is low in your broker, EJ Breakout. EG. I don't normally trade that pair, but I do use it just to for reference, see what's going on. We know the euro is strong and the pound has been on the weak side. So, we're talking about maybe buying this, but meanwhile, yeah, strong euro is the story right now versus everything. Euro is strong. That's the story. And that's pretty widespread, and you still don't have a lot of volume saying weakness. So, looks like a real move. Not done yet with this euro strength. A bit of volume here, not terrible. Certainly not terrible. Might have to sit through a break test. See how strong the euro really is. Yeah. Again, this one, as I said at the time, I'm looking for a scalp if we can get the usual test here and entry, but it just took off. Did it even really touch the 14 EMA? Right, barely, so I didn't get a chance. So nothing on the London hour trade. It's all about the strong euro right now. The euro is going to be moving up against anything. EJ breakout looks real. Where might the euro dollar go today? Well, we have that big fib up there. The 6-way overshoot at least should be visited today then, if that's the story. Pound is having some struggles, so not given the long setup on that London hour trade. Having some struggles. Mr. Dean, really, I was even thinking of deleting it because I thought it was so boring. But okay. Dead fish video was actually really awesome, so I wanted to say thank you. I took a lot from it. Oh, okay. I guess you never know what we end up talking about while we're sitting there. Sometimes could be good. Yeah. Cool. I won't delete it then. EJ. Who's in it? Come on. All right, you don't have to say. If I'm not going to say what I'm doing today, you don't have to say. I think there is a difference. It would be hard to not have any difference between trading by yourself completely isolated and announcing your trades to people and knowing that they're going to be risking money on it. Not that I'm telling anybody to take any trades. I'm just sharing what I'm doing, but that's what happens. There's got to be some difference sometimes in your mind. Knowing that other, it might be better. No secret trades, huh? The absorption part, yeah, oh, cool. And that was pretty early on, right? And we did analysis in the beginning and kind of predicted, yeah. That's why signal providers fail. Well, yeah, maybe. I mean, if they're selling signals, that's already a warning sign. Why are you selling your signals? Just go take out a loan, get rich, and move on with your life. You don't have to worry about anybody. But yeah. But the interesting thing is, there could be a positive side to sharing all your trading activity. There's accountability. You're not in your own world where you can fuck up and do stupid things, and nobody is saying anything. No, there's no accountability. It's like, are you going to be less picky or more picky with your trades? Higher standards or lower standards if you knew that other people are going to be following you? You'd probably raise your standards. That's actually what I experienced. Sometimes. Other times I feel like, if I was by myself, I would have taken that trade. So it's kind of a mixed bag. But even like some accountability is good. Like, for example, if every trade you took, you just posted a picture in the Discord, and this is what I'm taking. You're not going to take dumb trades if you have a rule about taking a screenshot saying this is why there's high volume here, there's low volume there, I got in here, and this is why. Or just keep your own journal or whatever. You're not going to, where's your stop loss? What's your plan? Management. It could be good to actually share that stuff and have some accountability and flesh it out instead of just jumping in and whatever. So there is a good side to it, I think. Pressure, yeah. That's not for everybody, I guess. I placed a very little lot on EJ at the breakout candle, now regretting why I don't put regular risk. No regrets allowed, Wixie. You had a reason. Because you're chasing the market. The volume isn't that low, honestly. It's not, is it? It was. But we want to see higher prices on decreasing volume. We're not really getting that. We're more just sort of medium. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Probably come back for our break test because we are dealing with some supply. It's not terrible, but you see it. It's not low volume either, so break test maybe. Struggling pound, not breaking out for that trade. What else? And the euro falls off of no weakness. Could be a buy opportunity. It is a fake breakout to the upside, but you see the volume is just not there. And it is more likely to continue up. Chart says the euro is still strong. And it could be a buy opportunity. That's what the chart says. Not me. Well, I say it because the chart says it. So if it's not a break test, right? It's actually a bearish pattern of a fake breakout, but we don't have volume supporting that showing weakness. Then what you might get, right? We have that now. We might get, I want to see if, where, when buyers show up. We already know the selling is not an issue. Catch a few scalp stops right there. Hopefully not yours. Could be simply off the 14 EMA. Well, let's see if buyers come in. And then we certainly have an imbalance to the upside. This we don't even need. Yeah, the pound, imagine that. Imagine that 1 hour London hour trade is the pound short today. Oh my God. EJ on a break test maybe. Yeah, chart says still bullish on the euro there. Break test continuation, we'll see. EJ. Are we doing this? Oh my God. Man, this London hour trade gets you doing some wacky shit. Oh my God. Looking to buy euro against the dollar. And then what? Sell this? Oh my God. Dollar index. Ranging. Well, technically, if this closes below our level, closing at or near the lower close, the better on that bar. The lower the volume, the better. Then it's a confirmed entry. If you dare. Wixie will probably dare. Mm-hmm. See what happens here. Still 3 minutes left on this. Okay, let's see what happens right here. It's getting a little hairy. Are we going to hit buyers right here on this or not? Nothing yet. What about the break test? Stop loss is really a pain on this one, because if we're going by the previous 5-minute swing, we really don't have one. If this ends up short, so you just kind of have to go logically with above the middle of the range is nice. That's kind of big. $25 pips stop actually is about there. Does it even need to be that big? I mean, if you're coming back to here, you're probably not wanting to stay in it anyway. 30, 33. Looks like 20 pip stop, 25 pip stop, you say? Yeah. Any issue with buying? 1 minute chart says, here's the break. Very low volume, and then a little bit here. But no issue, obviously. Nothing high. There's the 5-minute close. That's technically a confirmation. If it's moving up, you're not missing anything, but technically that's a confirmation. Technically, London 1 hour trade confirmed. Anything else backing that up? No. I mean, it is what it is. It is likely to at least get to support. EJ? Can't do the break test, huh? When the next candle breaks the low of the bearish candle, then technically entry is confirmed? For me, it's when you close. When this one closed, it's technically confirmed. Right, when this closed, because it closed below. Right. Entering below that that's late. That's the actual entry. Yeah, that's the way I've been doing it since the beginning. I just hope things keep moving. This is likely to continue down. This actually looks like it's doing the break test. 14 EMA holding it up. Let's see if things behave. Break test maybe there now. Sometimes these break tests on these entries are a little sloppy, we've noticed, right? It kind of comes back and then goes. We've seen that a bunch of times. So it's like it can still come to this point, and it's what a lot of winning trades still look like. Once you get up in here, yeah, then you might want to get out. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this guy can do it, huh? It's still likely to continue, but it might have to go lower and find strength. We're not finding it on the euro. We didn't see weakness, but this down move isn't finding the demand. Let's see if it does that usual 14 EMA behavior of the wide spread, the open close, similar price, and then a candle or two later, we pop up wide. Kind of at that decision point now there. I'm not in this or anything, but as far as seeing euro strength continue, can't do it, huh? What else? This guy's breaking to the downside. Okay, new low ground for the day. Likely a real breakout here. The U.S. dollar is kind of swinging all over the place. Yeah, if you go to the index, it's just kind of swinging around and going nowhere in the end. Doesn't have a definitive direction here. Yen as well, just kind of ranging. So these guys are driving themselves for the most part. Be right back. All right. Hanging around here, nothing terrible. There goes the EJ, maybe. Yeah, okay. Like I said, the chart says it. Even though we pulled back kind of strong here, it says that the euro is still strong. See if this closes up off of this sort of action test. 14 EMA start to pull away. Typical bullish behavior. And again, I mainly say that because of the lack of any weakness up here. You have a whole fib area there that it's likely going to try to get to there. See if that closes up. Let's go pound dollar. Do it for Wixie. keeping an eye on things. We kind of know what we're looking at. Again, here, it looks like it's going to be a real breakout. Australia. But the dollar and the yen are both in this sideways chop. That's the thing, right? Like I always say, when the US dollar and or the yen are trending well and driving the market, you get the cleanest stuff. That's my favorite condition. It's the majority of the time. But here you see it's been, right, since pre-London, pre-Euro Open, it's been in this range. Here too, really just ranging. Been in this price area all day, right in the middle. So whatever's going on is, right, these. If you see any trends anywhere else, right, this is the pound doing this. For example, this down move, pound driven, which is what we like here on that particular trade. But generally, I'd rather have the dollar and the yen start going somewhere for the day, right, driving things. We know the euro's been strong. That's all is what it is there. But so if this is moving up, this isn't because the dollar is weak. The US dollar is not driving that up. Just understand what's making things happen. What do you call it, carbon? The US dollar index, the yen index are fluxing. The new word. Flux capacitor. So on this, it looked like a really good breakout, right? And especially some of that low volume there, the strong euro. And then again here, there's some volume on there at the higher prices. It could have been lower, but it's certainly not high. It's not weakness. So you see that, you're likely going to have to sit through this break test stuff, right? If this volume had dropped off into higher prices, it typically can't get back, right, to do that. But you have some selling, so the buyers kind of back off, let it come down. And, of course, this pattern, we know. So it should be able to pull away to the upside very soon. Otherwise, would not be acting very normal. Let's see what happens. Well, pound coming back. Silver, crypto, yeah, we'll look at that stuff. No, the London hour trade is particular to the pound. It's a pound-driven situation. I don't know if there would be a time with crypto. Never really looked. Well, as far as if you're in this, managing it, Mr. Wixie. See where this closes, right? Where you'd be hoping it gets squashed down on some volume, maybe continue off of that. But you get a bullish pattern. Should be a real breakout to the downside. It really should. Maybe it's going to do that, right? Maybe it's going to do that. EJ. You have a small scalp on the EJ, long 5 minute. Yeah, that makes sense. Considering topping this market, I don't put regular risk on London hour. Cool. Yeah, that could be something that you kind of settle on what your risk is on that particular trade. I think the longer you do it, the more you kind of gather some stats, see what you want to do with it. That is still likely here to do this. So combining regular, reading the chart with if you took the London hour trade, right? You probably want your stop behind that. And this way it makes sense. You're actually might be able to stay in it here on that rejection. If it surpasses that, right, who knows? Ranging, it's obviously not trending down very well if it goes too much beyond this point. But with this little demand coming in, if we just end up back here and kind of stuck up here or something, yeah, what's going on today, right? Rangy, nothing. That was a nice close on the EJ. Should hopefully pop up and try to make a new high. The quick pop. Right there. So the chart's still saying strong euro. Yeah, no real issue with that. The structure kind of went to shit here for a second, but nothing about the volume says there's any issue with the up move. That was the thing. As soon as it dropped, it's like, okay, buy opportunity, right? It's fluxing carb. Yeah. So see what happens here. If you're not in a pound short, like, would you consider this? I mean, the good about it is the momentum of the move behind it if it starts to pull away, but it's not really trending down structurally. That's the bad part. As far as this short scalp, you like the trending stuff. Like this guy was actually trending up before that setup, or even before that breakout, right? So that's the downside of potentially getting that short scalp. That's not quite what you want. It's going kind of high, though. What you gonna do with it, Wixie? What is your plan? I think Mark is waiting for Friday news. Yeah, I know. Please don't wait for Friday news. Let's go. But that's the thing about, when you get into December or July, August, the slow times, it will move on news. It will still look normal and it'll almost fool you into thinking, okay, we had news, we're moving again, and then it just goes back to sleep. So yeah, if we see this kind of slow, choppy week and then big news, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's back to normal. Is just the dollar strong and not pound weakness. If you look at the pounds, let's see, they're both. Is everything moving up right now? Well, technically the pound's been ranging. Like the pound yen is ranging. The yen itself is ranging. Pound dollar ranging structurally. Yeah. That's the answer, right? The euro, at least, is the one that's kind of trending here, right? Not much else. No. Failing the breakout. Basically, the euro strength is the only real trendy stuff going on in the whole deal here. Oh, there goes the EJ. Yeah. That would be scalp target. I wasn't looking at it. If you took this entry here, partial profit kind of thing, right? We would point to that like we do in the fake break. I tend to go with the fake breaks rather than anything sooner. It at least tries to get into new high ground off of that entry. There's a lot of volume on that. So hopefully you didn't miss that. That was quick. As far as scalp target, and it is getting sold into, and that's why it's a scalp target. Right? That can happen. That was quick. Initial target hit, EJ. Very nice. Cool. Oh, you took the EJ scalp. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I think lots of people who trade these little scalps I do got in right there. Pretty textbook. 25 pip move. Not bad for a scalp. Maybe you grabbed it at 20 pips. It was kind of quick, but yeah, good one. And then obviously the chart is saying, all right, yeah, that's that. It's not what it once was when you got in. You got weakness, fake break. But the cool thing is you get to that point to find out that's what you're catching. We just had a couple of trades like this last week, right? Exactly this. It might have even been the EJ, I think. Or $1. Where fake break was all it was going to give, but at least you got that. That was high probability. This is like the last chance if this thing's gonna, right? It's 14 EMA here, and we're kind of above it. Let's see if it actually can just get below here, right there, and it's not too far beyond the test area. But once you get, once you really start pulling up here, then it's just not rejecting that. Things can overshoot. Let's see if it closes down, there's still hope. So again, as far as a short scalp entry, again, it could be trending better. Just one move in a range, so it's not so great. EJ was great as far as a trend. But yeah, after this, right, more likely to pull back now, as you all, many of you know. One bar changes everything. Sometimes. There was a bit of yen involved in that, in causing this weakness. So you have, when you take away the yen, you look at euro dollar, you don't have as much. Because you see that a little bit on the yen index. Nothing too crazy, but yeah, there was some profit taking, selling. I mean, you would think there's some big money and maybe even algos and software, that took this trade and got out. I mean, if you know, you know. You guys know. Yeah, it's going from there to there and get the hell out, right? Looks like that was a consensus. Could have been really something different, obviously, if we closed up and we didn't have high volume. We had a much bigger thing in mind. But the chart has spoken. Okay, this isn't bad. It's not a A++, 100% great, but it's not bad. Something to consider. See where a fib would be if we go a little higher. Doesn't hurt to see some weakness in there if we did actually get a bit higher. But no, that's kind of far away from the EMA now that I look at it. That's not terrible. Are we trending down? Sort of, kind of, yeah. See if it behaves right. Chat. AJ scalp isn't or I like how you use my exact wording. Funny. My kid does the same thing. She talks like me. It's hilarious. I don't think she even knows she's doing it. It's something I would say. Yeah, but you see this stuff, 14 EMA rejections happening there. AJ. Potentially here. We'll see. This has just gone flat. Like, where's the markup activity, right? There's not much supply in the way, but they're just not marking it up. That is exactly the story. Dead fish. Like buyers for the taking, right? This is so buyers for the taking. It's not doing it. No, December, don't. It's too soon. We're having fun. We're making the money. Party can't end yet. Oh, look at that. So what do you think of these? AUAJ. Looks like the yen wants to move up, right? Generally is the case. Euro looks like it wants to move down against the yen. This looks like it wants to happen. Yeah, an up move on the yen in the next 5, 10, 15 minutes would make this happen. It's looking decent there on the AJ. Looks like it's going to try to break the low, right? Seems very likely right there. There goes the euro dollar. Like, why are you not going up? There you go. Yeah, that's that with the pound, huh? What you have now, as far as projections at this moment, that's probably one of the best right there, right? As far as a scalp. There goes the euro dollar. Buyers for the taking. Yeah, so we have that weak U.S. dollar now. That didn't set up, obviously. That's technically confirmed. See the 1 minute. Yeah, weakness. Oh, there was news 15 minutes ago. Light stuff, yeah. There's 50 fib, some weakness, euro dollar. That's typical at that level. I wouldn't look too aggressively short or anything off of that. What else? Where'd the chat go? I keep losing it. Oh, there it is. Yep. It would have to be very convincing for me to sell the euro dollar, yeah. Very convincing, like highest volume of the day, or at least since London, besides London Open spike. And then, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that if that happens, yeah. 618 overshoot. Yeah, not the cleanest deal there in the AJ. For a scalp, you'd want to get out of it. Basically gets to that point. What was that, 10 pips? 9? But sometimes you allow for that fake break, right? If it does push up, if you're short. Anything beyond that, I would just get out. I've certainly seen this a bunch of times where it does do that. Obviously, that didn't set up there. That didn't set up there. If you see continued weakness here, especially on EJ, maybe even more weakness, ideally. But if you come down and see no demand here. Oh, I'm getting the wrong line. Hold on. Just because of this pattern, a lot of you know it. The weakness, it is a fake break. Maybe we'll get another fake break, more weakness. And this is their test area, which already was predetermined. It was a test area. Automatic support off weakness. So lack of demand here. Show the imbalance likely play out. But here you'd want to see, right, the higher volume, the better to reject. If this hangs out on low volume, that's not something to look for anymore. See if there's even more weakness, that would make that even better. But just as a situation of seeing, that imbalance show up, it's proven by this point, once you get past that pattern, the automatic support without any demand, lower, no demand basically. Let's see if that pattern comes around. 618 overshoot here. Not that much volume. You expect some. Maybe another pop. Black screen? I'm seeing that my screen is showing. Let me know if there's an issue. AJ now getting rejected 14. Yeah, let's see. See if there's some follow through. Up 50 pips. GC for now. Be set. Nice. I think we should not trade December, says Wixie. That's a very level-headed suggestion. The end of the year. What's your opinion, sir? Yep. You can see the shift in conditions from what we've been trading. Yeah. You can feel it. You can see it. I'll finish out this week at least, and then we'll see, I think. Right? Finish out the week, take it from there. Yeah, also for me, luckily, very luckily, timing wise, I'm gonna be like having to finish up and work on a mix and stuff for 5, 6 songs that I recorded. So I'll be doing that, especially after this week. So it'll be like, yeah, we'll check in on the charts kind of thing. We'll take it as it comes. But I'll plan on doing other stuff too. Yeah. Get these vocals recorded tomorrow, and then I can really get to work on the mix and all these things. But like I said, yeah, it's take it as it comes and try to get something else going in the hours that you would normally be sitting there trading, right? Plan for something else. Keep yourself doing something. Because I get bored. I'm glad I have something to do. So yeah, interesting year. Yeah, we're almost done with it. Hell and back for me. Went down to the depths of hell, and then I came back to my regular life. With my back issue. Craziest thing I've ever experienced. Depths of hell, back to regular life. Just like that. I didn't know if I was coming back. That's the most hellish part. You think it's over. I'm done. My life is done. It really was that bad. But you know, when you deal with those things, you survive. Yeah, it gives you a little something good to gain out of it. It's traumatic, but you know, you put the energy into something in the right direction. You don't let it sit there. That's what I discovered. No, don't be sad. Be happy I'm back. It was like a dream. It was like just a terrible nightmare that I woke up from. Because literally after the surgery, the pain it went down to 10% of what it was. I can walk. I can run. Everything's normal. Bam! Just in a day. From complete suffering, and is my life over? It was like waking up from a nightmare. Like I kind of think of it as a nightmare. Like it wasn't even real. It's crazy. My life is totally normal. I'm fine. I'm actually stronger than ever because now I'm exercising. Because fuck that shit. I'm not going to the hospital again ever again. AJ's hitting scalp target. I'm trying to make the side effects something beneficial, however it affects me. Strengthen my muscles. That's going to help avoid any of that happening again. I'm not going to look like Troy, but at least I'll get somewhere, maybe halfway there. I don't have that much discipline to work out that much. Thanks, Mr. Wixie. I got my window open to close some of the AJ. Yeah, so I'm doing that. I mean, scalp target. So I'm going to close some of it at least. Stop at break even, obviously. But I heard a wise person say, I want to pass on this information. I thought it was good. Something you don't hear all the time. When you have traumatic stuff, everybody deals with traumatic shit, or you get. I won't say who said it because I don't want to taint the information. You get dumped, or divorced, or whatever. People pass away. What are things? Traumatic stuff. Trauma. Everybody has to deal with that shit. It's like energy stored in your body. You have to do something with it. It sounds all silly to say it that way. Energy stored in your body. You have to take that and intentionally take that thing. This is something new I heard. I'm like, okay, I'm trying. This is a good one. See what you think. You take that, when you think about it, that energy, that feeling, and directly take that feeling and put it into something else, even if it's working out. Put it into working out. Start boxing or something. Put it into something. Like consciously, I'm taking this and I'm making it into that. Like it's like we were talking about before with the pound yen. The energy built up, it has to go somewhere, right? Energy has to go somewhere. So I'll try that. I think it's working. AJ, is that going to go or not? It's kind of could go either way. The close, as a fake break pattern isn't the greatest, but there is not volume on it of any increase. So probably is more likely to continue. But I took partial profit, stop at break even. And whatever the heck else is down there. All right, we had a couple of good scalps today. That's cool. What else is down there? So if you took the AJ and you're able to hang on to it, stop at break even. There's a 618 overshoot. See if it gets there, what happens there. Telling you got to do something with it. It's the only answer. It works. Got to do something with that shit. That shit pissed me off. It happened 6 months ago, and you're still thinking to yourself, that shit pissed me off, man. Oh, that shit was terrible. When that person did this or whatever the hell, right? Freaking a year ago, you're still thinking about it. You have to do something with that shit. I'm telling you. Put energy into something out of it. All right, that's it for today. I just heard this stuff and started doing it. That's why I'm saying it. I'm not saying, I'm a self-help guru or something. I just heard this stuff. So, see what you think. Take the frustration and the nerves and focus on something. Very true. Okay. See what I'm saying? Yeah. And when you think about it, whatever it is, the shit in the past, you have to literally, it's almost childish your answer. Like, that's all you got. But yeah, stop thinking about it. Just stop. You're like, oh, I'm thinking about that again. I'm going to stop. Yeah, it's that. You just catch yourself and just stop. Or getting in some sort of state over some traumatic thing. Go do some push-ups. This is some post-trauma, state I'm in. I need to do something with it. That shit was terrible. And it's good. I'm making it positive, That's what I'm learning. AJ? Am I still in? Yeah, I should be. Yeah. Snakey is, hi Pete. Yeah, I remember mentioning don't trade Bitcoin using your FOREX scalp methods. I wonder what his reason for that. I like swing trading it. I'm still swing trading. I just haven't done anything since it's been so flat in a little while. But the way I observed things, it was more of a larger time frame pre-positioning over longer periods of time kind of thing that I wanted to get with. Doesn't mean you can't do it. Depends on the condition too. I have done it actually, but just not in a while. Especially when it was stuck in that 1920 area Bitcoin for so long, and just not day trading this thing. Nah, you know. But if the conditions are good, if you're clearly we're trending, we're marking up, right? A week and a half, you're in an uptrend with some pullbacks, and you get some normal shit again. Yeah. Now it's just like this dump buy game, scare everybody out, squeeze everybody out of it. Looks like it's what's going on. So it depends on the conditions, right? When you see more normal stuff, might be better for that. Oh, I'm out of the AJ trade. Okay, a little something on the scalp. Really, that hit my stop? Wow, I got in a little late. Well, it was there. Spread. You're up to return on GC and wanted to take off half the table and close the whole trade. Freaking ticket. It didn't let you? What do we got? So this was like, yeah, the market did the minimum at least off of that. That was really the first confirmed entry there. And then after that, there was this, if you wanted to get in there. Well, maybe it didn't hit your break even, actually, depending on where you got in. So who knows? I just realized I got in a little late, so some of you, all of you may still be in it. Yeah. I mean, the volume's not, you see it. There's no issue. I just like stop and break even once it does that fake break shit. I'd like to do that. But yeah, if you're still in it, still got a chance. Oh, you closed the whole thing by mistake instead of partial. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I messed things up too. Last week, I think it was, I took pound dollar instead of a pound yen by accident. Clarify what you mean. Market being flat. I always struggle to figure that part out. I feel like even in a range, well, you could trade a range. Yeah, Bitcoin produces decent swings. Yep. As far as day trading, though, this is just what I like. I've done it, and the conditions have to be a certain way for me to like it. There's nothing wrong with, of course, I would trade anything like that if you have a range that is supported with setups to buy low and sell high. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. But mainly with everything outside of Forex, I'm just swing trading. I've dabbled in the day trading on Bitcoin, on cryptos. You're done for the day, pissed you off. It may bounce just to make you feel better. Pissed off, go do some push-ups. London hour trade to the upside. What do you think, Wixie? Oh my God. How many hours has it been? Hour and a half? Chasing a breakout. Oh my God. DJ bring it out of the rain. Yeah. Hey, what are you doing, Wixie? We're dying to know. Do you take the London hour trade after the first one fails, and then an hour and a half later you're going the other way? Unless it's high volume and you're shorting. I mean, if it's ultra high volume and weakness, take break is what it is. Not a bad short if there's no demand after that. Also, I haven't even looked at the small time frames in a while. I mean, yeah, this compared to what we've been looking at, this is what has been going on. Yesterday, yeah, I mean, I look at the 5 minute. That's not something. I mean, yeah, there's some strength off the lows, I guess. There's some weakness. I'm just holding longs though. I built up. Let's see. Yeah, it looks okay. Weakness there. I see it. Okay. What happened here? A weakness there, and then more buying. It's not bad. Strength, strength, strength. Not terrible. Yeah. But we pointed this out at the time, now that we're on this chart for the hell of it. Nobody panic. Huge strength. Talked about this, saw it coming, knew it was possible. If the buyers didn't show up, yeah, we'd have a problem. But they did. And there's still weakness. There's still weakness. It's right. We didn't look at this. Weakness, weakness, weakness. It's not ready to mark up. So says the chart, unless it can finally get through there without weakness. Another dip, more buying maybe. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with buying low, selling high here. What else is happening? Oil, okay. I'll look to buy lower perhaps if the chart says so. Yep, obviously it's testing new low ground. You have some demand showing up, so it's something to watch. Initially, the strong buying started there. That stopped the downtrend. This was a little disappointing as far as the buying not showing up so much. But new low ground, see what happens. If I have to wait for another leg down before buying, I'll do that. I'm averaging my way in. What else? Silver is the one that's doing very well for me. I'm still holding, haven't done anything. Been showing this chart for a month. I drew this box early in the year, the fib retracement. But yeah, maybe dip on gold, silver, oil, dipping and hitting strength could be buying opportunities. But really want to see that demand hit oil though, high volume. What happened here? Did Wixie take it? Well, I bet he did. $2, right. The 2 hours after London breakout. Hope GJ follows your setup and get positive results. Can you use VSA to trade anything? Yes. Markets are different. They have different personalities and stuff. Obviously, as you switch to different markets, you see I like the behavior of Forex for, the 5-minute chart stuff. But yeah. Typically, I'll stick to larger time frames. Maybe check in on the 5 minutes just to get information, but it's not like 5-minute chart to get into the trade kind of thing. But it works on everything. Yeah, they have their own kind of personality once you get used to it. You like futures? Yeah, it's not a big difference. You can see a bit more clear sign of weak, sign of strength. Yeah, the high volume is high. It really stands out, right? EJ real breakout. Hope it shoots. Oh, you took pound yen? That's set up too? Oh, okay, yeah. Anything else of interest? Bit of weakness showing up in the pound yen. But if you entered on that close, you're up 15 pips or so at that point. See if you can pop above that, and then you can start taking some profit. Sellers, you mean? Your dollar double top fake break 618, but not much weakness. We want more volume on that if we were going to short the euro today, right? What else to do? Well, the EJ long scalp, cool. AJ short scalp, nice. London hour trade, no deal. Wacky trade. But then this one is. Think you're going to make it back, Wixie? I think so. Wixie. But yeah, that important 618, where some selling is going to show up there. Really not much though. So still looking strong. The euro is there. For a 618 overshoot, that's not much. What time is it? Probably end the stream soon. I'm going to do some mixing work. Yeah, these up moves are not hitting much weakness overall. A little bit on the pound yen. Not much at all. Looking like they want to continue. AJ is done. It just kind of went sloppy. Could go either way. Yeah. Nothing wrong with it. Look for another scalp to the upside. If we're not seeing much weakness, we can close up a candle or two on even decreased volume, right? And then look for the next scalp. Clearing 618, right? And having no issue with sellers, right? Good to see before a scalp. Whatever's up there. That's what I would look for here, obviously, right? But high volume pre-positioning, still not seeing it, right? This is London open stuff. Euro open here, London open here, right? Okay, 30 minutes in. This is the thick of it now. All right, now it's good, right? Look at this, look at this, right? Is that the story everywhere? Yeah, for the most part. Yeah. So yeah, there's catchable moves, scalps. Maybe the London hour trade here. But we don't have that high volume saying, okay, here's smart money showing up, right? Doing their thing, right? Pre-positioning. Yeah, so it does feel like it's kind of dying out. At least the scalps are working in this condition still. But you may not get any, supply-demand imbalance, obviously, right? Once we got into real trading hours, the volume got pretty flat. So that whole, maybe New York Open, maybe. Yeah, typically you're going to get something. But is it going to be clean? Like, what's really going on? But yeah, I mean, between the dead fish yesterday and then once you get 30 minutes into London, there's nothing but flat as far as, no real high volume smart money positioning that we normally see. It's kind of saying, yeah, it's slowing down, right? For those that are learning, December is education month. Practice, learn. For those that trade, find a hobby. Well, meanwhile, scalps. We'll see how long you could still pull something out. I mean, if I get 2 scalps, all right, that's worth showing up, right? But yeah, take it as it comes. Take it as it comes. Scallops. Spell correction in the Discord. I'm taking scallops off the 14 EMA. Yep. Definitely finished the year well. That was nice. All right. I'm going to get to work on some things. Looks like looking to scalp long is all you can go with right now. Till high volume says otherwise of some kind, right? Maybe they'll show up eventually to the party. Smart money, that is. See some high volume. Tell us what they're up to. Tell us if they're even going to show up. But otherwise, go with the flow, right? If there's a trending move on the pullbacks, that's about it, right? Go Wixie. Go Wixie. All right, see you in the Discord. Probably streaming tomorrow. We'll see. Probably. Oh, that's right. You're in pound yen. I keep thinking you're in pound dollar for some reason. All right, cool. Very welcome. All right, guys. See you soon. Have a good one.